Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, classic slash non-classic. This is episode number 587, Doubleshot 481, 280W trades. First up is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Dimension X. Yeah, this trade collects the 5-issue limited series that is Dimension X. And here's kind of the weird thing about the series. We're thinking, okay, does the series have one writer, one artist? No. Every issue has got a different writer and different artist for no reason at all. The first issue is written by Paul Aller. Second issue, Alyssa Farnes. Third, Aubrey Sarton. Four, Rye Furrier. And the last issue is done by Devin Grayson. Awesome. The artwork is done in the first issue by Pablo Tunic. Second issue, it's got two writers, Alyssa and Eric Furness. The artwork is done by Michael Donis. For 3, it's Kari Ronoff. 4, it's Chris Johnson, and 5 is done by Craig Russell. Pretty much this book is, well, the Turtles kind of like briefication in Dimension X, and it kind of sets up pretty much, this is them pretty much getting stuff together for the trial of General Krang, who does get executed in the main book. Yeah, that's really the whole point of this miniseries. It's a quick little miniseries, and it's the most recent miniseries. It's the second to most recent miniseries to feature the Turtles, though we also have that crossover with Batman right now, which I think has got one issue left to go. But as for a regular Turtle series, this is the most recent limited series solo miniseries they've had. And it's actually pretty good. It kind of explains, like, if you read like the main series, why they disappeared for a few issues. Oh, they appeared in here. Yep. It's a fun little miniseries, and I'm gonna give this one a 9 out of 10. It's not nothing much else writing home about. It's just that, well, it just set up for the trial of General Krang. Next up is one I really want to talk about, and that is Ghostbusters 101, collecting the entire 6-issue limited series, correct? Let's see. Yeah, 6 issues. Now, I should point out, though, these covers are homages to classic 80s movies. This cover, the front one, that's Back to the Future Part 1. This one is The Breakfast Club. If you ever heard of the Brat Pack, people like Demi Moore, there's a bunch of people. This is actually one of 2 films that the Brat Pack was known to be associated with. The other, of course, was Elements Night Fire. I've seen The Breakfast Club. Great film. Great classic 80s film. Now, what's the whole point of this miniseries? Like, okay, you have Ega on the cover, and you have somebody with, who looks like she's like one of the female Ghostbusters. She's one of the new Ghostbusters. She is, let me look her up here. She is one of the female Ghostbusters from the 2016 film. Yeah, and this is the first of 2 miniseries that the regular IDW the original Ghostbusters cross up with their 2016 counterparts. Now, one of the characters is played by, I'm trying to think, what was her name? I think it was, trying to think, what was her name here? Yeah. Hold on, I have the film right here. Alright. Here is the film. I've never watched it. Now, the people who started this film are Melissa McCarthy. That is the woman right there. You have Kristen Wiig. Well, of course, Hayden Christensen's right there. Yeah. And pretty much in the case of this miniseries, it takes place 1 year after this film, which I have not seen this film yet. I just haven't yet. Yep. Now, the name of these characters are, if I can find them up here. Let's see. When it does come up here. I should point out, though, this miniseries is written by the regular writer of the Ghostbusters comic books, Eric Burnham. Yeah, he does the writing for the book, with artwork by Dan Schoening, who is his regular artist he frequently collaborates with. Let's see. Here we go. Naming these characters are, let's see, I think Kristen Wiig is the blonde, right? Yeah, Kristen Wiig is the blonde. Her character's name is Erin Gilbert. You also have Julian Holtzman, who I believe, let's see. And pretty much, now in the case of the character played by Chris Hemsworth, he is just there just for sex appeal, I guess, for the ladies to look at. Yeah, that's why I've heard the reasoning for his character be there. He does goofy things, and here he dresses up as he puts on a broccoli costume and starts dancing for no reason. Now, why are they crossing over? Now, also, they do briefly cross over with the real Ghostbusters cartoon from the late 1980s. Yeah, there's a brief crossover with that. Yeah, and this whole crossover is accidentally started by Kylie. Yep, Kylie is the one who accidentally started this one. Yeah, she accidentally puts her hand through a portal, and somehow their world, the regular IDW Ghostbusters, is merged with 2016 Ghostbusters. Now, this team does reappear twice since this miniseries. One is the Answer the Call miniseries. The other, of course, is Ghostbusters Crossing Over. Yep. Yeah. The Chris Hemsworth's character, his name is Kevin Beekman. Yeah. When I get a chance, I probably will get a chance to watch the reboot Ghostbusters film, but I haven't had a chance yet. Yeah. Also, they also mention stuff going on with, there's no mention of Ghostbusters International in here. Now, this miniseries only came out, I think it was just last year, Let's see. Yeah, it was only just last year this miniseries came out. And I got to hand to IDW, I got to hand to Eric Burnham. This was a fantastic idea. I mean, I think the reason why they're just doing miniseries, they're doing like a regular ongoing series, probably because he doesn't have much idea. It's probably the fact there's plenty of story potential you can do with the Ghostbusters as a regular ongoing series. Apparently, they think, oh, having an ongoing series is too much Ghostbusters. Let's just limit it for a certain amount of issues. But this miniseries is fantastic. Also, the black character from the 2016 film, Leslie. Okay, picture Leslie Jones. Her name is Patty Tolan. Yeah, now in the case of Winston Zeddemore, yeah, when she meets Ernie, when she meets Winston, played by in the original film by Ernie Hudson, yeah, she acknowledges the fact that he bears a striking resemblance to her uncle, and well, kind of like an older version of him. Well, there kind of is a reason for that. I think because Ernie Hudson plays Patty's uncle. That's the reason why. Yeah, I looked up. Of course, I haven't seen the film yet. But I just looked it up. Yeah, but this miniseries is fantastic. Highly recommend to people who are fans of the Ghostbusters franchise. If you like the Ghostbusters 2016 film, I don't hold anything against you. I, of course, have not seen it yet. But if you love that film, I do recommend this series along with an Answer the Call miniseries and Ghostbusters Crossing Over, which is another crossover with the 2016 one. Yeah, that's something that IDW's done recently, where they apparently, like Marvel, doing sequels to crossovers, like doing a sequel to the crossover 20 Ghostbusters. At least in the case of Ghostbusters, they've done sequels to at least one of their crossovers, like the one of the 2016 film. Turtles just did like 2 follow-up crossovers with Batman, and oh yeah, Star Trek and Green Lantern done 2 crossovers. Yeah, so IDW loves these intercompany crossovers, but in the case of this one, Ghostbusters is basically licensed by IDW anyways. Also, for some reason, I don't know why though, it's not listed in here. I think it is. I think so. Let me look it up here. No, it's not in here, but yeah, in some of the IDW books, IDW Ghostbusters books, there is the logo for Ghost Corps. That was something that Sony wanted to start because they wanted to start an actual universe, a franchise for the Ghostbusters, not just the standalone films, but like spin-off films. So that's what the Ghost Corps came from. It's not printed in this trade, but it was printed. It's currently printed in the current issues of Answering the Call and Crossing Over. Yeah. So I'm gonna give this a 10 out of 10. This series is just fantastic. And if you like ask like, can I do the one? This book is this cross is fantastic. And yes, there is another one. It's called Crossing Over. Like I said, 10 out of 10, amazing. You gotta love IDW when it comes to the Ghostbusters, all right? So that's it for this episode. Next episode is the first of 2 in a row of trades that I personally own myself. You'll get a chance to see those in the next couple episodes. And then back to library stuff. Next one is basically 2 JSA trades. You'll find out what they are in the next episode, which will be episode 588 and Doubleshot 482. Okay? But till I see you there, bye.